It's 2025, and this is my updated setup heading into the new year. What's up YouTube, it's Alshon here, and today we're going to be looking at my new setup with my Canon R6 Mark II. In this video, we're going to be going over the pieces that I have, and I'm going to set up my camera with you guys so you get to see my whole process and how it gets built from the ground up. I'm going to make sure that I have every single item that I have in this video in a link in the description so you guys can go and purchase the items yourself. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so we got the little dual setup going on. You see I got the phone right here, and then we got the top-down view right here. So right here is where we're going to be building this whole setup. All right, so first, got to start off with the camera. This right here is my EOS R6 Mark II. Going to be building this bad boy and decking it out for sure. First things first, this is my little AirTag holder. Obviously, I love my AirTags. I have it on literally everything, so no stealing around here. But if this ever gets lost, I make sure this is here. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna get this dummy battery, and basically this is gonna connect to our big battery, our newer battery over here. So go in, open this battery slot up. You get this dummy battery right here, literally plop it right in. Make sure the cord is safely tucked around it. On the R6 Mark II, there's this little slot right there that opens it up. So you're able to just fully let it go through and the cord runs seamlessly through it. All right, next up, we're gonna set up our base. Forget the name of this, but this right here it's gonna hold our bars that slide into the plate and holds our battery. This is gonna be the base, so it's gonna be at the bottom of our camera. Make sure the back is facing this way. I got this small rig. You can see practically small rig. Where's the sponsor at? I got this small rig toolkit. It basically helps me with all of these little screws. I just needed a generic toolkit just to help make it work. But we're gonna screw it in, and yes, I have a cage on this. This is also a small rig cage on my camera. Basically to stay protected, but also add these additional things onto it. And make sure that's tightened. Make sure that it's also leveled. Tighten it some more. And it comes with these little knobs on the side that you just gotta rotate. Make sure there's enough space because this whole plate was sold separate from these poles, I would call them. I don't know, but the poles are sold separately, but they connect into each other on this back side right here. So really just connecting the pieces and slides right through. And you go ahead and tighten them on each side. Make sure that they're super tight. You put in your dummy battery first, so you don't have to avoid putting the battery in after all this is in. I have this newer battery right here. Again, I'm going to be dropping all the specs inside the description down below. But this connects with this, boom, and slides on just like that, perfectly. So now we have our battery pretty much set up. Now to the fun part, all these enhancements. I want to add on my top handle. This is a small rig top handle. I got this one. I was tired of putting it on my this is my cold shoe, but I got it, and now it's literally just a twist top. Attaches onto the part of the cage, and I can tighten it with a couple of these lovely pieces right here. Go ahead and make sure that's tight. Boom. Now it's tightened, and as you can see, that's how we're looking so far. I'm gonna go ahead and add on my my monitor. So this is a Viltrox monitor. I got off Amazon. I want to upgrade for sure. Definitely looking to get an Atmos and add that onto here. It would look perfect. But you know, sometimes the job just gets done with the simplest things. So there is this mount. This mount is from Small Rig, but it basically attaches onto here, onto my monitor, and onto this handle. So once I got that, once again, tighten it. Make sure your stuff is tight. because you don't want nothing falling on you while you're out running around. If you're at a game and somebody's running and you gotta run, you're gonna be stuck if you ain't tighten it. Alright, that's pretty much tightened up. Next up, we're going to use this D-tap, which allows me to connect to my battery and then plug into my monitor to power my monitor. So on the side, there's this 12 volt hole, and boom, plug that right in. And on this side of the battery, it's sort of hard to see right here, but there's a D-tap port, and open that up. This goes right into it. Now we're gonna use the cord from our battery, and the Canon battery says that it would be supplied off of, I believe, 9 volts or 9 or 7 volts. So we won't plug it into 12, we'll plug it into the 8 volt slot. So plug it in right there, and that should power it up. Last couple pieces, we have the HDMI to, I believe this is micro HDMI. So we're gonna plug it into our HDMI out slot right here. On our side, we're going to plug it in to our slot, of course. HDMI right here, boom. And then lastly, microphone Takstar. This is off of Amazon. I want to upgrade that. 2 things I could upgrade would be a microphone and then my monitor. But for right now, it's getting the job done. Yep, slide it onto the side mount for the cage and plug it in on the side of our camera. Last but not least, my beautiful Canon 24-105 2.8 lens. This right here is what I would call the perfect lens for sports videography, for basketball, for, yeah, mainly indoor sports. That's what I would use it for. And I'm gonna open her up, and boom. Now right here we have our rig all nice and neat. Look at it. Well, neat is a odd word to say, but one thing I would suggest is cord management. Definitely getting some little ties or stuff like that, something like this, to help make sure all these cords are tightened up on the cage so it doesn't look as dirty or loose as well. But other than that, that's pretty much it. This is what we have right here. Look at her. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, you guys, so that's pretty much it. This is my fully kitted out Canon R6 Mark II, and I appreciate you guys for giving me some recommendations on what videos you guys want to see next. Truly means a lot, helps out in the process of just feeding content out and helping out the community. So whatever it takes, I'm there for it. If you have any other video ideas or things you want me to comment about, just leave the comments down below or DM me on Instagram at Time to Shine Films. With that being said, appreciate you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one.